Hello, today is the 12th of September. I've got some notes here just in case I forget to say something or talk about something. It's been a little while since my last update. I've had a bit of a rough ride, if I'm honest. So since my birthday on Saturday, the rig that I had fitted started to leak or ooze. It was oozing this sort of browny, yellowy stuff around the sides of the port of where it is. So it's not painful, but the painful part is there's like these cramps that follow. Anyway, Saturday, so I decided to clean it. We called the oncology nurses and they said, look, you could call 111 and they'll get you in and you'll be in ward and blah, blah, blah. But, realistically, there's not a great deal they're going to be able to do because it's a weekend. So I made an executive decision that I was going to stay at home and I was going to clean it myself. It didn't appear to be infected. My temperature was pretty normal, so that's what I did. I cleaned it up, redressed it. Sunday, pretty much the same. Obviously with the chemotherapy, I was doing quite a lot of retching and quite a lot of vomiting and a lot of sleeping as well. Desperately trying to get water and calories into me, so we're using the rig quite a lot at that point. I also have started to have some hair loss. You can possibly see, you can see it's going from here, and if I were to pull like this, you can see there's, hair just is falling out at the moment. It's only going to go from here. I won't lose any more from up here, but it's going to mostly go from this side because it's this side is where the cancer cells are. We are treating this side as well as a precautionary measure, so I will get hair loss on my neck and throat. On Monday, I was really angry. If you tried to message me over the weekend, or you tried to contact me and say, do you want some help, and you didn't get a reply, or you did get a reply and it was a bit short, or it was just contact Sasha. I was in a pretty dark place over to Monday. Well, I guess it's going to happen. I think of myself as quite a positive person. I think of myself as quite an energetic person. I have to say, these last few days I have not been that at all. I have been really angry. I've not been snapping at anyone, I don't think, but I've been doing a lot of crying. I've been doing a lot of trying to work out what the hell is happening. I'm not interested in why. I know a lot of people think, why me, why me? I'm not interested in that. It has happened and that's by the by. I'm just, I thought this would be easier. And this is not easy at all. And it's really hard on me, but it's also really hard on the family. It's really hard for me to ask for support. I'm not the type of person that is easily asked for support, and neither is the family generally. Practical things like ironing and hoovering and getting the kids X, Y, and Z. Those are the difficult things, and those are often the most difficult things to ask other people to help you with. So that's where we're struggling at the moment. I have lost quite a lot of weight as well. So since we started, I've lost about 8 kilos. It's not quite 10% of my body weight, but it's approaching that sort of value. It's mostly, I think, I'm not taking enough water on. Water is really important for the chemotherapy to flush it, and I'm not taking enough water, and I know that, and it's because I'm not able to drink. I've got ulcers in my throat, I've got ulcers on my tongue, on the side of my tongue now, and taking painkillers for that, but they're not really doing the whole job. Right now I'm quite sprightly. I've taken some, I've just had a feed and I've taken some painkillers, so I'm quite sprightly, but if you'd seen me an hour ago, I was not like this at all. So on Wednesday, Peter took me to my appointment, and yeah, it was really tough. I think it was tough for him to see me being as weak as I am at the moment. He was awesome. He took me there and then took me back home. But then in the afternoon, I had had a sleep, and then the wound, the rig started oozing again. So we decided, on the advice of someone from the Ipswich Hospital, to go in. So we spoke to my GP, who then referred me in. He said, basically I had to go to A&E, so I went to A&E. They referred me up to the surgical assessment unit, who put me on ward. It wasn't a great experience. I know they were doing what they can and what they could. I think the problem is that I'm such a mishmagog of multiple things at the moment. The chemotherapy, the radiotherapy, my cardiac issues, my kidney problems, my gout, and then the rig on top of all that. The surgical assessment unit did the right thing. They looked at the symptoms that I was complaining about, but they found it difficult, I think, to look at it holistically. And so while they did fit me with some IV fluids, it really wasn't enough. They weren't giving me any painkillers. They didn't understand that. They did take a list of all my medication, but they didn't tell me whether I was allowed to take any. There's a form to be able to self-administer, and that wasn't given to me. And no one swabbed the site to work out, what it is that's coming up through the site, through the port. It was just, it was a bit of a mess. So I discharged myself at 10 p.m. against their judgment last night, and I had a good night's sleep last night. I did have a good, had a bit of a vomit as we were leaving, lots of blood coming up. I think it's just from the soft tissue of my throat, and I was just so dry. I think that's probably what it was. Today I'm feeling okay. You can hear I've got my voice back again. I think it's more the mucus and whether that area is dry or wet as to whether I'm able to talk or not. It isn't comfortable to talk. I think that's it. Again, if people do want to come round and say hello, drop in, please do. But please do contact Sasha first. Sasha has her own things as well. She's doing some courses at the moment, and we have other things that we need to get done. But always happy for the company and always happy for the help. There's been a few key star players in helping us out, so really appreciate all the help that those people are giving me at the moment. I'm going to go and have a lie down. Thank you again, and I saw some wonderful photographs of Paco in Vegas. That cheered me up. Thank you for sending those over. And I miss the team at Amazon, and I miss my running buddies as well. So see you soon. Bye.